Hi everybody, it's Marceline, she, her, and today with us we have our very special guest.
Hi, I am Jay they he.
And I thought today we would talk, well, we're going to talk about our vacation while web fishing, probably over a few days. But I thought we'd start today by talking about Epic Universe. So what did you think about Epic Universe?
It was like I'll be honest, I hear the word epic and I'm a little bit like, that's played out. That's a little cringe in it.
Yeah, it's a very 2000s thing to call your park.
But like, you get there and it's like, oh, it's like a story. It's were you referring to the ancient use of this word to describe a type of tale? And I don't know, it works. It actually works whenever you're in the park. It feels like you're going into these different dramatic worlds.
I didn't even think about that interpretation. That does make
I did.
sense. So, where do you start? You start in they call it. Do they just call it Luna Park?
I don't know.
It's called something like that. The main area. So that has some stuff. That has a couple rides. They had the carousel.
It's actually themed pretty well, I thought.
The main area's theming is very good. Like I compare it to the not the intro area, the area at the start of Islands of Adventure. Like they basically took took a more simpler concept, which is just kind of like the aesthetic that it has throughout, like the kind of turn of the century aesthetic, and they really applied that over a pretty wide space.
Like it's a good connective tissue for the rest of the park. Like it's themed to the stars, constellations, and it's using a lot of this evocative imagery of like old travel equipment, charting your path by the stars. I think that works as a theme for your central area really well because it's like, oh, okay, this is a journey kind of unto itself, but I'm going somewhere, and that somewhere is to these multiple other parks here.
Yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, actually, I think you got it pretty good.
It's charming. It's super charming. It actually works really well. It doesn't feel like this dull area that you're supposed to just ignore to get to somewhere else. It does feel very properly made to do what it does.
Yeah, it's its own aesthetic, and it really gets you in that aesthetic without making it be like, man, I want to stay in this aesthetic and not go to any of the other places. So, the rides in Luna Park, there was. So, what did you think about the carousel?
Like that was a fun twist on the classic carousel concept. It had different platforms within it, and some of those platforms themselves would rotate. I think that was a really smart way to just dress up a carousel a little bit, like modernize it somewhat, and also that again tied really well into the stellar theming of it.
Yeah, and there's kind of is a more free feeling feel. free There's more of a freedom to the carousel because it's not like all connected to the roof like most carousels. Everything, all the animals are more freestanding, and they actually did that thing when we rode on it where it went in one direction for a bit and then it kind of stopped and started going in the other direction. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, like they've done some clever little adjustments to some of the principles of motion. Like carousels are usually just a unidirectional platform situation, and they've managed to trick that up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a hide and take on a carousel, I guess. I thought,
It's still a carousel.
yeah,
Like it is still the ride itself feels like I'm on a carousel at every point of it. I'm not saying that this is like revolutionized the carousel game, but like it's clever, it's fun.
I liked how there was two people per carousel, per animal.
Yeah.
I thought, I guess this is gonna come up throughout kind of the operations of the park. They're still very clearly in first year operations, and one of the this isn't actually scary, but one of the scariest things was after that carousel and like your thing was not get un your seatbelt was not unlatching.
Yeah, I was just kind of stuck in there. There was a moment there where I was considering like I could probably slip myself out underneath this, but that doesn't fix the seatbelt being stuck.
Yeah, and it took a minute to like get it latched too before the ride.
And there were a couple of carousel seats that I saw were just not in operation at all. Like I think two, maybe three when we were riding.
Yeah, that sounds right. Uh, I think I would give the carousel though like a B rank. It's a pretty good carousel.
Pretty stellar carousel.
Nah, you know what else is really stellar? The
The
Stardust
moon?
Racers.
Oh,
The Stardust Racers were really good.
they were really fun.
Like, I think like the first time we rode it, we were like, "Well, that's a good coaster, but it's not that good." Like the first time they weren't actually running the racing mechanic, and it was like, "Oh, this is a cool coaster, but it'd be a lot better if it was racing." And then the next two times we went on, it was actually racing, and it was like, "Okay, yeah, this is a lot better."
Yeah, the tracks are really very well set up for you to be able to actually see the other one racing around you, like especially with some of the twists on the tracks.
Yeah, like when you corkscrew and you're so close to the other track, it actually feels very exciting.
Yeah, like you just kind of have the other train just dance next to you and you have a great opportunity. You're going to see the other train on the other track. It's very, very nice.
Yeah, and the first launch where you're both just side by side speeding up. I think the story of the coaster is something about like we've trained comets in flight. I didn't get the story.
I sure did not either.
It's again, I think that's fine though. I think it's fine to have like a this story light coaster because like you want to go to the other areas of the park at some point, and that's where you get the story. And this is just like here's a thrilling coaster.
Like I appreciate that they did have some kind of lore there. They definitely did. I didn't pay any attention to it. That's a me issue, right? Like that's a skill issue.
I think we give like Stardust Racers like an A rank when it's just one, but when it's actually racing, it's definitely an S.
Like I think I'd give it an A while it's racing, but then bump it to an S at night.
Mm, Night was also Night's also real good because they actually have like little lights on both of the trains. So I think that really creates that like shooting stars aesthetic better too.
Yeah, it's a spectacle coaster, and when is the spectacle at its peak but at night when it's all lit up?
Yeah. Uh
Before we gas up that coaster too much, I do also want to mention we wound up riding it three times. By the third time that we were done with that, both of us had some degree of neck pain occurring.
yeah.
Like, and my shoulders are ripped, okay? I'm not trying to humble brag here. My shoulders are pretty beefy, and that still gave me neck pain, so like that one's not a skill issue. The coaster's just gonna do that to you.
Yeah, like the after our third trip, Celestia was like, I could not do another ride because that banged my head up too much.
Yeah, like I was out after that one. I don't think I said anything at the time because, we've already made the decision, but I was like, yeah, I wouldn't have done that again.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. You maybe don't want to do it too many times.
Like,
Uh,
and we spaced out some of those rides on it too.
yeah. So that's so I guess that's kind of the rides at Luna Park. So I guess we should go to one of the lands, right?
Oh, sure. Unless we want to talk about the restaurant experience before we move out of that park.
I was thinking of putting all the food in its own. I could talk about the food a little here. I think we went to two restaurants in the center area. Well, we went to the hot dog place, which is pretty good. I know you got that veggie kimchi dog there.
Yeah, that was good. Like, there's not a lot to talk about that one because it's just a little food stand, but the I forget what the name of the actual restaurant was. The theming there was really good, which is why I thought that would be relevant here.
Yeah, yeah, the Pizza Moon. I think they
Yeah,
just call
Pizza
it Pizza
Moon.
Moon. That place is actually like for a quick service pizza place at a theme park. That place is extremely good. Like the interior is all kind of themed to like the trip to the moon style. Again, that turn of the century aesthetic, but heavy on that like silent trip to the moon, sci-fi kind of aesthetic. Like it looks very impressive inside. I'm sure I'll have some pictures of it here. I can
Yeah,
better
like just
illustrate it.
the interior of that is worth seeing even if you don't want to eat anything there, just for that theming.
Yeah, I would actually say it's a pretty good place to eat though. I know you skipped out, but we got the I don't remember what it was called, but it kind of felt like the signature pizza of the place because it was called like the pizza loon or something. It had some pancetta and it had some nice cheese. And I think it had a special like white sauce too. Like a garlic, yeah, it had like a garlic bechamel. That was a good pizza.
It smelled good.
And that was like a $20 pizza and we ate that we ate that by ourselves without Jay's help, but I think that could easily feed two people.
100% it could.
We were kind of pushing ourselves to get all six slices down, and then we didn't have to eat for most of the rest of the day.
Yeah, that's basically why we wound up at the hot dog place later.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that place is great. It's definitely worth poking in. Um, they might try and seat you, try and be like, "Hey, I just want to get some pictures of the place."
Like just here to looky loo. Don't mind me.
But yeah, I guess from there we should head on over to Nintendo Land, right?
Yeah, Nintendo.
Nintendo. Nintendo Land is very cool. Uh, it is crowded as hell there.
Like, I wish it had been a little bit less crowded so that we could have gotten a better look around, but
Yeah, that's
it's still just a super impressive spectacle the second you step into it.
yeah. Like as soon as you step out those castle doors, it's like wow. There's stuff to see everywhere. And like it's just filled with animatronics just doing their thing.
Like, and there's a bunch of interactive stuff, and like we didn't have any of the interactive bands, so we couldn't activate any of it, but like there's so many people who are just going around and doing that. It was fun to watch them.
Yeah, like kind of gain a feel for some of the mini games. Like there was something where you had to hit a POW block at the right time.
Like there was something going on, like it's like right by the entrance, you hit a block, a Goomba appears. I don't know what you're supposed to do with that, but that was just super fun to watch people playing around with it.
Yeah, and it seemed like that was a real favorite with all the kids, especially.
Absolutely. Like the kids, even the kids who didn't have a little band on were going around knocking everything, just seeing what it did.
Yeah, like That and we still just remember there was just some parent just sitting there by themselves on some bench, and we just know that he was just relaxing while his kids were going wild with the rest of the land.
Like in adults too, I saw a lot of adults just playing around with stuff, especially we're wandering a little bit, but like going into the Donkey Kong Country area, like there are drums that you can just play around with. I saw so many adults having a good time with those.
It turns out having a lot of interactive elements everywhere really engages people.
Like it's a super fun part of the park to be in. Like there's something to interact with everywhere, and even if you're not the one doing it, it's just super charming.
Yeah, like it's crowded, but it is. There's so much going on. It's a lot of fun.
Something that I think helped really break up that sense of crowding too was just the audio engineering in that area, especially with the interactive elements. Like every time that somebody hit that Goomba, I could hear it happening and knew to look.
Yeah, all the audio felt well balanced, I guess.
Like extremely well balanced. I can't imagine what is going on with like the speaker and audio scape setup there, but just well done.
Yeah. So, what did you think of the Mario Kart ride?
That was pretty fun. I'm not good at Mario Kart. I don't remember how good at the ride I
I
was.
think you did a lot better than us at the ride.
I think that I did like super good at the ride, which I don't know. If you're really good at Mario Kart, shout out in the comments. Did you suck at the ride?
We're good at Mario Kart, and we suck at the ride. We wanted to do it again, but that was never under like a 2 hour wait.
Yeah, that was the queue was so fun to look at, but I would not want to have to stand through that again.
Yeah, like I think the main ride was very cool though, because we didn't know what the AR would be like. We just heard, oh, it's an AR ride, and we were like, I don't know what that means. And then you get on the ride and you put the goggles on, and suddenly you can just see all the racers everywhere, and it's like, I know they're not here, but I can look and I can see them, and they're interacting with all the stuff that actually is here. It felt very cool. We didn't even need like the game element at that point. It was just like, oh, we're in the middle of a Mario Kart race and everybody is here.
Yeah, I was just, picking up whatever bullets type things they would give us and then shooting them when that seemed appropriate.
Yeah, the thing you're supposed to do on the ride is you pick up shells and then you look at the Koopa kids and fire the shells at them. That was the part that we were not good at, was actually aiming. Cuz
Yeah, you have to aim with your head.
yeah,
Like the visor is how you aim.
and we could not get the handle of that on one go. You said you did a little better on it because you know VR stuff.
That's probably, I think that's my hypothesis here, having only done one trial with a test group of two. Very impressive data. We can all sit down now. Um, but I do think that just like I've played Subnautica in VR, I've played a whole host of VR games. It's not like super in my wheelhouse, but I'm used to using my head to point at things as if it's my mouse.
Yeah,
So that probably helped.
I think that probably helped you. And then there's also some times we have to steer. We like the steering more. We want more of the steering, less of the shooting. That made more sense to us. Yeah, I think we give the Mario Kart ride an A. Like it is definitely a showcase ride. Our biggest complaint about it, honestly, is the queue. This has got come up a few times. But as a wheelchair user, that queue is kind of weird. Because so the queue has like 3 floors to it, and you enter on the second floor, and then you go take an elevator to the third floor and go through the queue there, and then once you get through all the queue on the third floor, they just take you down to the first floor with the same elevator.
The same elevators, like you're going back to where you started.
Like, the only reason they can't just take you to the first floor in the first place is because then you wouldn't sit through the queue. It's a little weird. This is also a case of Nintendo World in general because the way you enter that world, you have to take an elevator, but then you enter it on the second level, so then if you want to go down to the first level, you have to take another elevator.
It's an incredibly vertical space of the park. It is vertical unlike any other park I have been to.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure they just copy pasted that from Hollywood, which already has verticality to it. And that's why it doesn't quite fit as well at Orlando. It's very cool, but if you are a wheelchair user, you will get annoyed of the elevators. They're good. They're well themed elevators, though.
Like the theming is just S tier all throughout that whole area.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we give the Mario Kart ride an A. What did you,
I'd probably give it a B, but that's because I'm not as much into Mario Kart.
Yeah, we really like Mario Kart and Mario, so there's a lot of stuff you see on that ride, too. Like, you go through, like, the Boo Mansion, you go up into the sky, you go through Bowser's Castle, like, you go everywhere. We thought this was just gonna be Bowser's Castle, because the outside is Bowser's Castle theme, but you go everywhere. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it's super fun. Like I will say, I think that the AR element was kind of fighting for my attention with the ride itself at points.
That makes sense.
So like if you're locked in on that score, you're probably gonna miss some of the ride itself.
You either do really good at your score, or you really enjoy the ride. What did you think of the Yoshi ride?
I thought the Yoshi ride was really cute. We did that first, and I am really, really glad that we did because it was such a good way to just have a nice, relaxed view of the park from high up.
Yeah, it's a very cute ride. Like,
Had some really cute animatronics and some interactive features.
yeah, like it seems like there's something on the ride that you get with your power up band if you get one of those, and you have to spot the Yoshi eggs as you go through. But we thought it was just very cute, like a lot of cute animatronics, just a nice classic style kiddie ride. I'd say the one thing we'd note about is it does seem like they're gonna have to maintain those animatronics a lot.
Yeah, yeah, they are.
Captain Toad on the end already looked like he was in a shape.
Like there was the ride also did stop at some point while we were on it, and I don't know whether that was for somebody to board or whether it was because the ride encountered some issue.
It wasn't a long stop. I think
It
that was just a
wasn't.
border.
I would guess, my first guess was that it was somebody boarding, but I just don't know because some of those animatronics were a little bit worse for the wear.
Yeah, they are. That's a ride where we look at like it's pretty good right now, but if Universal does not maintain that well, it will suck in a couple years. Like I think we give it a B right now. Though it's a pretty short ride, but I don't know. Seeing Poochie really helped.
Poochie was such a good animatronic. Like, yo, go see the Poochie animatronic, okay? Do
He
it for me.
he just tilts his head back and forth with his big floppy tongue.
It's so cute. And you can't see it from outside of the ride. That's inside the ride. So you got to be on the ride to see Poochie.
Yeah, that's like the interior segment of the ride. And then Donkey Kong, which again, this is one of those things where it's early times. Donkey Kong was down a lot on that first day we were there,
Oh yeah, yeah, it was.
and whenever it was up, it was like a 3 hour wait. But if you could get on it and get through that wait, it's a really good ride.
Like it has some sort of fake out elements on the tracks that I think are done in a way I don't know why, but for whatever reason, it's a lot more convincing the way that this is built.
Yeah, it really tricks you. Like it's not a super thrilling ride in terms of like thrills, I guess. There's no like
It's not intense. It's not going to
yeah.
do a lot of G forces on you. It's not going to pick up like ridiculous speed or anything.
Yeah, exactly. There's no like big drops or anything, but there's moments where it makes you think, "Oh man, this is really intense" because of how it looks. Like there's one moment where you like jump off the track and go down towards an enemy laughing at you, and it really feels like you're just in free fall for a second.
Like there was one part of the track and it was at a turn, so it has a little bit of a perspective advantage to play with here, but like I could see the fake rails and I could see obviously that we're not going on them, and I have no idea where the actual cart is about to go. Like I don't know where the actual rail is, and I'm like, oh, that's I don't know where we're about to go now. The rails before us are broken.
I think we give Donkey Kong an S tier. Like it's not the ride that makes you go like, "Whoa, that was so cool, super intense." It's the ride that makes you go like, "How did they do that though?" Like
Like
they created such a good atmosphere on that ride.
when they want the rails that you were actually riding on to be hidden, they manage to do it, which is just really impressive on its own.
Yeah, and it really makes you feel like you're on a Donkey Kong minecart level, and I think that's worth its weight in minecart bananas because it's Donkey
Absolutely.
Kong.
And there's a little pile of bananas in the middle of the area. I don't know what that was about, but like that was cool.
Oh, I think that was Donkey Kong's meet and greet spot.
Oh, that would make sense. That's it looked like that kind of area.
So we did get one meet and greet, only one meet and greet at all of Epic, but we did get to see Princess Peach, and I thought it's cool because they have someone right by her with an iPad so that they can choose dialogue that plays from her gazebo speakers. And it's very cute how it adds a little like personalized element. Like it feels it being able to interact more with a mascot character.
Like I thought that was clever. Like it's clearly pre-recorded speech so that you keep the Peach character sacred.
Yeah,
But
while waiting online, we must have heard you look spectacular for every person who came up.
yeah, yeah. Like you're not gonna get like anything super unique out of that, but it's at least a little bit of dialogue mixing. You're not gonna get the exact same speech as every other person. There is a human there operating it in real time.
Yeah, I kind of appreciate that they didn't really hide the human either. Like she's just obviously working it, but I don't know, that's nice. And she really seemed to appreciate that we acknowledged that she was there too.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I appreciate the part of the rigging you're doing for this operation. You're part of the team. I see you.
And I know we heard with someone, that's where they have some of the things where they can actually read your power up band. So one of the guests got like a, "You should have a lot of coins, don't you?"
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So there's something like on the iPad that tells them about the power up band info. It was a very nice meet and greet. And we also got the they're basically hot pockets, but we got the Koopa shells while we were in the Mario Land too.
You're not hungry for princess, you're hungry for hot pocket.
It was basically just a hot pocket, but I don't know. It was pretty good. We had a
I liked mine.
we made a bad plan the first day of eating in the park, which we did not do in future days because that could be too chaotic. But it was a nice warm meal. If you
It's
like a
something
hot
nice, it's quick.
If you like a Hot Pocket, get a Koopa Shell. And there's a vegan one, right? I think it's worth noting, like, every restaurant pretty much had some sort of vegan or veggie option. I
Yeah, like I got the vegan version.
And that was basically like the same thing, just vegan cheese, vegan meat.
Yeah, yeah. Like I think they did a good job of making sure that they had options available and those options were still able to fit within the theming.
Yeah. So I guess from Mario, we go back up that elevator.
Go back up that elevator, back through the pipe.
You don't go back through the pipe. They just kind of make you go out through a door on the way out. But then we go up to our favorite land of the park, which was the Dark Universe land.
Oh, that was my favorite too.
Yeah, I know. That land is just perfect. Like all the lands are perfect theming once you get there, but we really like the Dark Universe land because it's that nice simple theming of being like a medieval European village. But you look around, and if you're a big Universal Monsters fan, there's just Easter eggs everywhere to see. And they have like people will come out with violins and tell like the tale of the werewolf. It's a really atmospheric land, and
So
you
atmospheric.
gotta go there at night too.
Like just having people wandering around with the violins was such a cool touch. Like they're doing like typically just this sort of vaguely creepy atmospheric progression. Like it's not a whole lot, but it's so striking the first time that you are just standing somewhere and then suddenly there's this like vaguely creepy violin sound coming from somewhere around you and like, oh, there's a whole person with a whole violin right there.
Yeah, like we even got one at the restaurant was coming by.
Yeah, yeah, like somebody was just doing that through the restaurant. Like I'm sorry to fixate on food here, but like to this day, I still regret that I was not able to complete that meal.
Meal at the restaurant. Do we want to talk about the restaurant first here?
Why not? We're already here.
Yeah, we went and ate at Das Steakhouse, but steak like the thing you put in vampires, like what Blade uses when he
That's a
says
good
keep your
pun.
friends close and your enemies closer. But yeah, we just got like a standard kind of burger there, but it was a good burger. And you got the
Stuffed cabbage
yeah,
with like I finished that. I made sure I was gonna finish that part, if nothing else.
like that.
Like the stuffed cabbage was great. It was full of like vegan fake meat, and they did the pasta with beet. So it's not actual pasta either, and that was stuff I couldn't finish. And I'm like, ah, it was so good though.
The bean pasta I thought looked we thought that looked great because it kind of looked like there were worms.
Yeah, it was so aesthetic for the area too. It was super well themed. Like I don't know if they decided to do that because it's an easy way to make pasta without eggs or something, or if it was just like, oh, well, now it looks like creepy pasta.
Yeah. It was a great meal. Like, and that place is very like dark and spooky, and it feels like you're eating at like Dracula's castle or something.
Super, super cool area.
Yeah. And then of course we gotta talk about the rides.
The
I
rides.
don't know if I can. I think it's called Monsters Unchained: The Frankenstein Experiment. The main ride in that area.
Monsters Unchained is definitely part of it.
I think the Frankenstein experiment is in there. That is oh man. Oh my gosh, that is a top tier ride.
Like that was our most ridden ride there, right?
Yeah, I think so. We must have done that 4 times cuz I think we did that 2 times each day we were there.
I think we did it 3 times on the last day.
Did we? It's crazy. Yeah, that like it's a real short wait time on that ride too, and I am surprised about that because well, first the queue is just fantastic throughout. And then you get to like the first pre-show where you've got Victoria Frankenstein talking to you, and the monster actually like walks out as an animatronic, which is very
Super cool
impressive.
moment. Super, super cool.
Yeah. And then the ride itself is just like it's the same arm system that the Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey uses, but like it is filled with animatronics. It is filled with moments that just make you go, "Wow!" Like just every we love animatronics, and that ride was just like constantly. You're like, okay, so this is the big animatronic, and we're not gonna see any more after this. And that's like, nope, here's more animatronics.
Like there are so many showstoppers just in the animatronic lineup on that ride. Like just get on the ride, look at the animatronics. Every single one of them is a treat.
Yeah, and again, if you love like the classic Universal monsters, this ride is just it's all of them. Everybody's here. It's
Like
Smash Brothers.
I don't know if I could pick a favorite animatronic from that ride because there are just so many good moments.
It's pretty early on, but we really love the Phantom because he's just playing his organ, which is shooting fire out, and then as you pass by, he like turns and waves his arm at you. It's
Like
just
the
a really
Phantom
good
is such a
moment.
good one. The Wolfman is used really well in the ride. The Dracula animatronic is impressive. The Mummy animatronic, oh my God.
Yeah, like it's an S tier ride, and it's like the ride of the park for us.
Like they do a really good job of rotating the seats as well to really amp up the impression that those animatronics are going to give you. Like it's very well thought out.
Yeah, like it gives you a few like light scares, but honestly, the whole time, the first time we rode it, we just had a big smile on our face.
Like, oh gosh. The thing on the Harry Potter ride that's like the feature animatronic has to be the Whomping Willow, right? Like it gets you real close, it has a sense of motion while you're passing over that, and just every single one of the animatronics on this one is like that.
Yeah, it's so cool. We're still just shocked that ride is like 10 minutes. I guess people don't like the Universal monsters as much as some of the other franchises, but more for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Like just if the wait time is low as it appears to just always be, get in there. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, get in there, get off the ride, go on again.
Like you could just stay in the park and ride that thing like 100 times or something,
But you might want to go over and check out Curse of the Werewolf.
which is super fun, especially at night.
Curse of the Werewolf, I think you really have to ride at night. Like, the main fact that it's a spinning coaster is pretty cool, and it's a pretty fun spinning coaster. But the one real showcase moment is when you go through the cabin and see the werewolf, and during the day we did not at all see the werewolf. And then at night they actually light the cabin up, and it's a lot easier to see the werewolf at night.
That makes it actually like visually pop. It catches your attention at night in a way that it's not going to do that during the day.
Yeah.
It looks like a different ride at night.
I think it also is just more exciting at night because it's a little harder to tell where you're going.
Yeah, like I think all of the features of that ride are at their best whenever it's at night because like most of it is exposed outdoor. So natural lighting through the majority of the ride. It's the curse of the werewolf. You want to be under a moonlit night, don't you?
Yeah, you got to get that full moon. If you're at Universal and there's got to be a full moon, you got to ride Curse of the Werewolf and transform into a werewolf while you're riding,
And then post it to TikTok.
and then post it to TikTok as hashtag furry bait
And then get banned.
for posting furry bait.
No, they're gonna censor you for nudity.
Ah, no. But yeah, I think we give Curse of the Werewolf like an A. It's not a super long ride, but it's a lot of fun.
The wait time got a little atrocious, but it's still very fun, worth doing.
Yeah, I think the wait times are also again gonna be a little worse because of first year issues. So
Yeah.
let's crisscross across the park from Dark Universe.
Oh, you don't want to just keep going in the circle to
No, I think I
everyone's
think we
favorite.
might end at the upper right for reasons. So let's go to Island of Berk. How to Train Your Dragon Island of Berk, I think is the full title. And that land looks great. Again.
Excellent theming again. Like I would compare it to the Nintendo world in that you step through and immediately the atmosphere is set. There's a bunch of stuff to look at.
Yeah, like there's sheep everywhere, there's dragons everywhere, there's a they've got like a big towering rock and there's a great force perspective on that, so it looks like it's very high up.
Like, and it is very high up for real, but it looks even higher than
Yeah.
that.
So Island of Berk, we did not get on fire drill because it was cold as hell while we were down there. And it was not even open the second day we were there. And then we did not get on the coaster there because that was closed the second day. And I don't know if it was even open the first day either.
I don't know either.
It was very cold, and that might have been affecting operations because I know we talked about the hydraulics, but also we saw like a video of some part of it at some point. It's meant to splash against the water.
Oh, yeah, that would be kind of a no-go whenever it's like below 40.
Yeah, it's not going to be fun when it's that cold. But we did get on Dragon Racers.
I think that is what it was called.
I can put a different name here if it turns out differently. That was a cool ride.
I liked that one a lot.
I know you
Like,
like there's a whole feature on that ride where you could actually like barrel roll if you want, and we did not attempt that. We felt good just being on the ride at all. It was already kind of scary for us. Right? You
like
got like
it takes you pretty high up in the air, right?
yeah, it really it is a very fun. I don't know. We don't do a lot of flat rides, but it really felt like you were flying around in the air. And then you actually got some barrel rolls in.
Yeah, so like barrel roll mechanic talk here. If you are interested in riding this ride and you want to do a barrel roll, uh I would genuinely recommend go find a video or an account of somebody who has done the barrel rolls because like that's not easy, right? It is not going to be a ride where somebody who does not want to do a barrel roll finds themselves tilting and having to wildly correct. No, you gotta build that up and you gotta commit to it. Like first rotation, I don't think you're gonna make it happen. You're building momentum on that. Like the first time that we did it, I was fully committed to this barrel roll, and I got exactly one in. I got just static held upside down, I think twice in my attempts and could not complete the roll. Second time we went on it, I did get two barrel rolls, but like that was because I figured out how to do it on that first round. You gotta lean, you gotta commit. But it's fun and it's extremely satisfying when you pull it off.
I think it's funny. You're like you really gotta commit because maybe it was just our fear while we were up there, but we kept feeling like we had to tilt the right way or else we were suddenly gonna be barrel rolling.
And I think that's probably a fun experience unto itself that I did not get to experience because, as soon as we're off the ground, I'm like, okay, tilt, tilt, tilt,
I
tilt harder.
I think we give that ride like a B, maybe a soft. No, I think it's a B for us. It,
See, I'd give it an A.
yeah, like it's definitely going to be more fun if you are trying to actually get a barrel roll in, but if you're just like up for some flying around, I think it's also still pretty exciting. And then we saw the show there.
Oh yeah, the show was it had some really cool animatronics. If you're a fan of animatronics, that was probably worth checking out. And they also had one of those there's a name for these suits and I do not know what it is, but um like somebody was in a suit for a bipedal dragon
Yeah, yeah.
with all those extra little leg attachments and everything. Like people have been working with this tech for a while. It's extremely recognizable if you're familiar with it, but I just don't know what it's called. But that was cool to see.
Yeah, like it's a very key, there's one big wow moment in the show. And then like it's if you're here for the wow moment, it's got to be a pretty good show. The actual writing of the show is maybe not so hot. Like
It's
the thing we keep coming back to is it's called like the untrainable dragon. And it's about a dragon that can't be trained, and like Hiccup meets it like once, and then afterwards is talking to Astrid like, I can't train that dragon. It's untrainable. It's like you didn't do anything.
you just said hi, Matt.
You said
And
hi
then
and
someone else told you you couldn't do it, and you're like, well, I guess he's right.
you said hi and it roared at you and you were like, well, I'm done with my quest to train dragons. And they try to make it a musical too. I don't think the songs were very good.
I don't remember any of them. I remember the drummers off to the sides of the stage going ham on those things. They looked like they were having a good time.
Yeah, the drummers, I think the drummers are kind of like the showcase of the musical aspect because they're just in their Viking gear drumming, and then the rest of the show is the actual music is like, well, they sure sang some songs. It might be just because of the theater reminded us of it, but it really felt like they were trying to do Finding Nemo the musical.
It was not that. We did not reach that at all.
I think we maybe reached a musical technically.
Cool animatronics, really cool costuming.
I think the show is kind of a soft B for us. And it would definitely be a C if there was not the one big wow moment.
The wow moment is really really impressive though.
Like our parents went to see it and they were like, we got in late and they did not see the wow moment, and we were like, well, you didn't really see the show then.
Yeah, yeah. Like without that, it's just not gonna stick with you, I don't
Yeah,
think.
it's definitely without that, it's definitely for the youngins to enjoy.
Yeah, 100%.
And then while we were at the dragon area, we did eat at the mead hall. That
Yeah, that was cool.
that place, I think if you like the movies, that place is again just worth checking out just for the sake of it, because it does look like the mead hall from like the first movie.
Like, I think that we did get to witness somebody who was just in there checking it out. Like, they were decked out. It looked like they were cosplaying almost. Like, they were super on theme with their outfit, and they were just taking a bunch of photos, like, with them draped across the throne at the head of
Yeah.
the hall. And I'm like, oh, that had to make such a good photo shoot.
Also, I don't know where they went, but as we were entering, Tough Nut and Rough Nut were there joking with a guest, and then they kind of
Oh, yeah.
disappeared. But it was pretty late, and they kind of cut off character interactions at some point of night. So if you get there a little earlier in the day, you might see some other How to Train Your Dragon characters there. But yeah, we got a classic Swedish meatballs, and I thought that was a very good meal.
Actually, really, like, I got a salad there, and, like, don't come at me for this. It was a really good salad. If you're not in the salad fandom, this is still worth checking out. Okay. Like it had an excellent nutritional spread, like macros, micros, we got it all for you, baby.
I don't know. I
That
still don't
that
know
was
what
my
these are.
favorite meal.
That was your favorite meal?
That was my favorite meal at all of the parks.
Dang, now I gotta think about what our favorite meal was. I don't know. It was not the Swedish meatballs, but they were also very good. They came with lingonberry jam, which we've never actually had on Swedish meatballs before. I thought that was great. And there was a root mash. The root mash was kind of the highlight of the dish to us. Like, it
Like I
was
think
just,
that my salad was like a harvest salad or something like that. Like it was supposed to be themed like we've had the harvest and now this is what your salad is, like the food lore. But like it did look like it. It had like blueberries in it. It had some granola in there. It had some cheese, like protein. I don't remember if that was cheese or if it was something else, but like they had some measure of like really good protein in there. They had arugula, like just an extremely well balanced, nutritious meal.
yeah. Like, it was a really, like, especially since that was such a quiet restaurant. I thought that's a great place to eat if you want something a little different. Because they've got more of that, crap. There's a term for like Scandinavian. We've got more of that Scandinavian cooking up there.
Like it was a cozy place to eat. It was super comfy. That was my favorite restaurant. That was my favorite meal. And here's a new one. If you're in the salad fandom, please don't come at me for this. That was my favorite salad I've ever eaten at a restaurant.
Holy crap! Salad fandom gonna destroy you for this one.
Salad fandom's gonna tear me apart in the comments.
I think our favorite meal might have actually been the night we just stayed at the hotel. I don't think I even have pictures of that meal, but I think that was our favorite because it was just a nice cozy atmosphere and a nice night.
Oh yeah, that was the restaurant. It was not busy while we were in there.
Yeah. So we gotta we gotta get to the last land. I still don't know why we did this. I don't know what infected us, but we waited 3 hours for the Harry Potter ride.
We sure did.
I don't know if it was worth it. I would not say it was worth it.
My old pal Gobby got me through another queue.
We are not introducing Gavi to the masses.
We don't have to do that, but just know I have a little imaginary friend, OC. I don't know what y'all want to call it, but if I didn't have that OC, I don't know if I would have had any sanity left at the end of that queue.
I think I think OC I think imaginary friend sounds pretty good actually. It's kind of like the demon that infects Jay anytime we get too close to Harry Potter content.
That's basically what it is, yeah.
Yeah, Harry Potter and the Battle for the Ministry. It's an alright ride once you get there. If, like, so we didn't really know much about the ride because all, like, Wikipedia said was, like, it's a dark ride with an elevator. And we're like, well, that doesn't say anything to us. And then we look at the Universal app, it's like, it's the Battle for the Ministry. And we're like, well, that doesn't say anything to us. I guess we gotta go on and find out what this ride actually is. And I'm trying to think of how I would describe the ride because so you go in like, it's kind of like the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror ride vehicles. But this is not a drop ride, which really surprised us because it's an elevator and we were expecting at least one big drop. It's kind of like you're in like a mobile seating arrangement. Well, you are. I was gonna say like a mobile seating in a theater kind of thing, and I guess it's a thrill ride.
I guess.
Like you
I
just
don't know if I'd call it that.
like the elevator is on some kind of arm, and they can like tilt you around and like oh, there's some big monster, and it tilts you like towards it, and it'll shake you around a little. There's a pretty cool animatronic. There's a pretty cool animatronic of like some big rhino thing.
Yeah, the feature animatronic was really impressive.
And there's,
I was glad it was working because the Umbridge one was not.
I thought the Umbridge one was working.
No,
St-
she was just standing stock still while dialogue came out.
I thought that was what she was meant to do.
No, no, there was definitely supposed to be some kind of motion there setting her up to fall into the void or whatever
Well,
whatever happens
that
after she's
explains
done.
why that looked kind of awkward then.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, she was not in operation.
Like I thought the ride had some fun moments. Again, we kind of have inoculated us from Harry Potter content for reasons that are obvious. If you know we are trans, and getting like I think there was something cute in our hearts seeing like the main trio back together as themselves as the Harry Potter characters again, and it was like, oh, that's kind of cute. And I guess the little house elf was kind of a fun character. The rest of the ride, I mean, it's fine. It's a fine ride. It's just hard to care too much about it. Like we would give it like a B, but it is not worth a 3 hour wait.
It's absolutely not. Here's my take on it. I don't want to get too far into the weeds here, lest Gabo possess me. But and I can feel that happening, right? So I'm being very careful here. But I think that the impression that I come away with more than anything else, as someone who is not a fan of Harry Potter, um, I'm glad that Universal seems to have shot their shot with this as their kind of proof of concept of whatever tech is going on here. So they get to learn from this ride and then use that technology better in something else, presumably.
Yeah, like the tech behind the ride vehicle is very cool. Like it is hard to explain, but while you're on it, it's like, wow, this isn't like anything else I've been on. And just like with Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey and Monsters Unchained, once we get the Monsters Unchained to Battle of the Ministry, that's going to be the really good ride.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited for. That's what that ride sparks joy in me about.
And we did not really spend much time in the Harry Potter area. I mean, we kind of just got in, and then on the way out, Jay was just like, "We need to leave." I assume because he could feel Gabo starting to take over.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be Gabo if we spend any more time in this park. I just
Uh,
need to leave it.
what we saw, it is very much themed to the Parisian streets, and there's like some fun animatronics you can run into, and like the store fronts and stuff. I don't know. Every Harry Potter area is just kind of the same thing, slightly different, where it's like you're on the streets of something, and if you look in the shop windows, you can find animatronics and stuff. I guess we're a little over it on the third iteration. I mean, we were over it on the second iteration.
Yeah,
At the very least, this version is not nearly as bad in terms of crowding as the Diagon Alley. Like that area is Diagon Alley is like always packed, and this area was like it's got bunch of people around, but it does still feels reasonable to get through.
like I would compare it to Hogsmeade, right? I do not like navigating that area. It's a little cramped for the crowd that it draws, but you can get through. You just need patience.
Yeah, it felt like they made the streets wider than Hogsmeade at least,
They did. They definitely did do that.
and we did not do the Circus Fantastique or whatever.
We were too busy standing in line for the ride.
Honestly, I'm not sure whether it would have been better to have waited an hour for the next circus showing over waiting 3 hours for that ride, but
There's no way it would have been better. There's no way. You cannot convince me.
I'll be honest, the fact that the circus show is fantastic piece kind of just turned us off more from it, even knowing that there's probably some fun special effects and stuff.